Aka Johnny Walker shooting incident. Each media practitioner is allowed to ask questions. Please state your name and your media affiliation. Before that, we will have the opening statement of our acting provincial director.
We would like to inform the public about the computerized composite sketch of one of the suspects in the killing of radio broadcaster Juan T. Humalon, alias Johnny Walker, on November 5, 2023 in Calamba, Misamis Occidental. The appearing on the screen is the composite sketch of one of the suspects based on the accounts of the witnesses. One of the suspects is a male, 5'5" in height, medium build, age 40, weighing 70 kilograms, fair in complexion. So this is one of the major breakthrough of the Special Investigation Task Group Johnny Walker, which was created immediately after the incident. The Special Investigation Task Group is composed of a group of investigators, intelligence officers, including personnel from our PNP Forensic Unit and other concerned units like CIDG and other important units that would help in the conduct of investigation.
Sir, good morning. Manuel Regilio, DXD. Sir, ano po yung mga angulo na tinutukan po din ng PNP sa nasabing shooting incident po ng isang broadcaster?
We're not discounting the possibility that the motive would be related sa kanyang pagiging broadcaster, but we're also looking into the angle of personal motive because recently the family of the victim had a heated argument with some individuals which is personal in nature. Then yung conflict nila o yung issue is umabot sa court. And so ito yung isang tinitignan natin, more personal in nature.
Ilang angulo ang tinutukan natin at this time?
Dalawang angulo.
Kumpleto ba yung mga CCTV sa area na makatulong sa investigation?
Yes, we have gathered ample CCTV footages doon sa bahay mismo and in the surrounding areas, which is now being reviewed by our investigators to possibly get some leads that would lead to the identification of the suspects.
Good morning po. Montuales from TV Kawit, Manila. Sir, ito po suspect, siya po ba yung bumaril?
Hindi siya yung gunman. He's just one of the suspects na nakapasok doon sa compound. But this guy is not the gunman.
So, can you walk us through? Kasi parang may mga pinukwento po na magpapa-announce yata ito pong mga alleged suspect sa broadcaster. Can you clarify those information na po?
Yes, base doon sa initial investigation natin, yun yung ginawang rason ng mga suspects para makapasok doon sa compound. Kung nasaan, nandun din yung radio station ng victim. Allegedly, ang rason nila is magpapa-announce sila about a missing wallet, about a missing key. So, yun yung naging rason nila para makapasok doon sa lugar.
Ano pong status ngayon, sir, ng investigation po natin? Particularly, we have already the composite sketch po nitong mga suspect, one of the suspects, where are we heading now?
Yes, the direction of the investigation is towards the identification ng mga suspects. Although we have the composite sketch, we still need some more information to really identify kung sino ba talaga siya, meron bang taong nakakakilala sa kanya, because those are material informations that would armed investigators later on to file a criminal case against the suspects.
So, last na lang on my end before mamaya po mayroong tupang. Yung mga sasakyan daw po na ginamit, escape vehicles have been discovered. Can you give us information about this one? Yung mga escape vehicles po na ginamit have been recovered na rin po po?
Wala pa tayong recover na vehicles.
Good morning, sir. Yes, good morning, sir. From Brigada Orocada, sir. May I ask po, since yung biktima po sumali sa politika, wala ba nakitang angulo that was shooting incident was connected to the politics?
Kino-consider natin yun sa investigation. All angles, all motives, possible motives are being considered, and it can only be concluded by the investigation itself.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Sir ko po from this channel, sir. Sir, kung saan ang klase ng sakyanan, hindi sakyan ng mga na riding in tandem na po, sir?
Base doon sa mga CCTV footages na nakita natin, allegedly ang ginamit ng getaway vehicle is a single motorcycle.
Sir, medyo alarming na sa Kalamba is more na uso ang riding in tandem. Based sa ito ang siren na last October 28, katong nahitabo na patlato yung Granada sa balay ni Villanueva, nagsakay sa ito sila ang motor. So, isa kayo ang ngayon na ito mabuhal pa na ni sir na it's so alarming maning mag-riding in tandem na magiging krimen karon, especially ni sa misok sa inyong mga kuwan ni sir, plano.
Yung security operation natin is still in place. Just like what we did during the election, during the UNDAS, and after these incidents, we have strengthened yung ating security operations in the entire province, like the conduct of surprise inspection, surprise checkpoints, Oplan, Bakal, Sita. In those measures, hopefully we could prevent this kind of incidents.
Sir, ang Kalambang wali katulad is na insidente na hitabo. Sunod-sunod kaayos siya. Wala ba nakapa-alarma sa inyo ha? Huwag labing sa mga pintutan sa Kalambang.
Those three incidents does not reflect the entire peace and order situation of Calamba. In fact, the first incident is na-solve na natin. We consider it as clear because the suspects has been identified. We are about to file a case against the gunman. So, that's one breakthrough na nagawa ng ating kapulisan as far as the incidents in Calamba is concerned.
Okay, sir. Good morning. Good morning from the studio. Sa nasayra na to, sir, wala pa may ipagawas na reward o kitsa ang makatudlo sa maong suspect ang labi na sa ato ang Gobernador sa Misamis Occidental. Wala pa ba ipagawas na reward aron matagaan o justisya ang kamatayon sa usa ka broadcaster?
Makakatulong talaga yung reward, no? So the SITG, Johnny Walker, may be recommending that option also to encourage the public to cooperate in giving information that would help the investigators in locating them and identifying them.
So, nasayra na po, sir, doon ay picture sa lookout. I-identify, hindi pa rin taga Misamis Occidental, naa sa picture, pero naala mo sa abang atubangan.
So, as of now, patuloy na nag-exert ng effort ng ating mga investigators and intelligence personnel to really establish yung real identity ng suspects. From there, we can really know later on kung taga dito ba siya sa Misamis Occidental or from other areas. you can assure of the full cooperation of the Philippine National Police in ensuring the security of our media practitioners. No? It's just that this unfortunately happened, but I think there are established procedures for media personnel to look into their security also in coordination with the Philippine National Police. So we encourage those media practitioners during sa province to closely coordinate with your respective police stations na pag naamoy nadawat nga threat informations related sa inyong trabaho, we would welcome your reports so that from our end, we could take necessary action.
This is Joanne, President of Meta Community Channel. In relation sa iyong pangkalang training, pwede ba kami makapangayo o may training for us kay base sa nakuha ng CCTV footage, sa iyo na kayo mo wala struggle sa suspect na nakuha sa kinatulog dyan na kung video nakapaalar na sa damo ng mga media kay since wala ng digming ng gitugdan ng seguridad sa among mga pinatuloy. So, nakahinong kami or gamay training para pintas.
Yes, we would like to revisit our policy when it comes to having training with our media practitioners dito sa province. As far as I know, there are safety tips before maghihatag sa mga media, no? Ano yung dapat nilang gawin kung makakatanggap sila ng threat information, ano yung gagawin nila going to stations or going out of the stations, ano ba yung mga precautionary measures na dapat i-observe ng media practitioners. And from there, maybe we could refresh you on those aspects para malaman ninyo yung mga safety methods na dapat i-observe ng media practitioners.
So, kaya po po, pinatagin ito kanina, ito po yung suspect or mga suspect, may possibility pa naman hindi ito Misamis Occidental?
As of now, we cannot make a conclusion because the investigation is ongoing. So, we are more on establishing muna yung kanilang identity. And from there, we could move on kung talaga bang taga rito sila o outside the Misamis Occidental.
Balik po sa motive. Sir, kung sa video po kasi sa CCTV, it shows na pagkabali, hindi naman po yung witness.
Yes.
How do you parang at least reconcile those incident?
We can consider that as another motive. It was confirmed by the wife na talagang kinuha yung kanyang kwintas and it's worth something. Medyo mataas yung worth ng kwintas niya. So, we can also put that as one of the motives.
So, but ito yung pinalakas nito. Yung tumaray talaga, yung suspect na may nakawag pamatay.
Ito lang kasi muna yung klarong may bigay na description ng mga witnesses natin. So, as we enhance the CCTV footages, hopefully later on, we can also show similar composite sketch of other suspects.
Okay, so, ang establish talaga, ilan yung dalawa na ba sila?
Yung nakapasok sa compound.
Yung nakapasok. Kaya naman iba, establish din.
Correct.
May lock-out pa, may lock-out, may ganun na.
Yes, dalawa yung nakita natin sa compound, but mayroon pa tayong kinukonsider na isang kasama nila sa labas.
Good morning, sir. So, as of this time, wala pang update kung wala pang na-establish na number of suspects, their whereabouts, or saan sila galing.
We can confirm 3 based on the investigation, based on the CCTV footages, based on the accounts of witnesses. But as to who they are, what are the 2 names, kung taga saan sila, it is still being considered in the investigation by the Special Investigation Task Force.
So, kung naman ito napalakas ng response, which speaks and ularawan ang nasabi siya.
Every best effort is being exerted by the Special Investigation Task Group para ma-establish yung kanilang identity.
Kailangan po na itapat yung Special Investigation Task Force.
Immediately after the incident.
Nagbilang po na ang PNP after the incident, yung checkpoint,
Yes. It's been on our SOP to conduct dragnet operations, strengthen our security coverage dito sa probinsya, including the deployment of our intelligence personnel para ma-prevent yung ganitong incidents and at the same time, possibly ma-intercept yung mga suspects.
So, hindi na naabutan yung suspect.
Unfortunately, hindi naabutan during the hot pursuit operations.
So, base sa picture sa suspect, wala kayo nakailang taga-Kalambang siya or bisan din sa nakailang nakatrace na taga-isang accidental siya?
Yun yung ginagawa ng ating mga investigators and intelligence personnel. No? With this picture, with this composite sketch, yan yung pinapakita nila doon sa kanilang mga assets and informants in different barangays of Kalambang.
So, as of this moment, wala ka na-identify?
Wala pa.
Sir, good morning. Ako dito kasama siya. Can you confirm or deny na dito po sa mga gang or hired groups? Sabi kasi, yung mura-mura lang, 5,000 pesos, pwede na. Pwede ka nila. Tapos, yung 5,000 plus na natin na. Walang katapos yun.
Base sa ating records with the Police Provincial Office, there is no known organized crime group in the province. Sa ngayon. So, we consider this as a motivated attacks, may pagka-personal in nature. So, it would be unpredictable. So, it may take quite time to really establish yung kanilang mga identities. But the task group is doing its best to fast track yung pag-solve ng case.
So, kasi kahapon, yung sa isang national, yung nakaaway si Ganoke before pwede sa karagana.
Yes, that's why as we have said, medyo tinitignan natin yung angulo ng personal yung motive. But we cannot really expound the details of the motive or the heated argument between the suspect or between the victim and the other party, so as not to preempt the investigation.
So, kaya ano ba, iwakan na kumpletong detalye, detalye natin kung sino yung tumatay, sino yung
just like you, the PNP wants to solve this as soon as possible.
Since may sketch ko na lumpas, sir, kung ba sa assurance na the soonest madakpan ang mga suspects, as media personality nyo lang, hadlo po kay, there are different angles mo na nilang so, makahatag ang assurance sa mga the soonest madakpan ang mga suspetsado ang nilang shooting incident.
It would be really difficult to put a time frame, but the Special Investigation Task Group is exerting all possible efforts, our best efforts, to really solve this incident.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, balik ko. Sir, among pangumustahon, gawas na nito ng dyan, sir. Pangumustahon na mo ang insidente sa katong pagpamumban ko o sa katong pang-nurture nyo paglabay o kanang unsay update sa ito. Doon na nagbagoy na nahibawan nyo o inuhang nakita mga suspect natin?
Doon sa bombing incident involving the convoy of our governor, really it's a challenge because as we reviewed the CCTVs na nag-gather in the neighboring areas, we have not found yung ating mga persons of interest and vehicles of interest. But the Clarin Police Station, with the help of the tracker teams of the Police Provincial Office, is also exerting all efforts to gather more leads doon sa incident. We also have persons of interest, so ini-enhance lang natin yung video footages na nakuha sa lugar. So in due time, we can also file a case against the perpetrators.
So sorry, coming from Manila. Medyo nag-worry lang po ako kasi nga October 15, yung explosion sa Clarin kay Governor, October 23, Kalambang Municipal Engineer, October 28, kay Mayor Villanueva, and then November 5, ito pong sa broadcaster. Ano pong implication nito? Ano pinakakita po nito? Parang sunod-sunod po halos.
Yes, it's really a challenge sa amin, no? But we are taking the challenge also to it's not what happened, but what we can do now is to make better sa pagkandak ng investigations.
Pero bakit po gano'n? Nasunod-sunod po yung mga insidente. Ano po nakikita lang natin dito? Is it, mayroon pong nasa likod po nito?
We do not see these are random incidents, no? Hindi natin siya tinitignan as a systematic attacks to certain individuals, to certain groups. So these are random incidents. Hindi siya related, hindi siya correlated, hindi siya systematic. That would really worry us. But of course, there's a reason for us to really strengthen our security dito sa probinsya.
Exactly. What are the plans po ng PNP, sir? Kasi nga, halos sunod-sunod po, tapos puro pumamaril at saka yung mga pinatamaan po at saka yung mga victims are mga high profile. I mean, yung mga nauna po, ng governor, mayor.
So, ongoing, continuous naman yung ginagawa nating threat assessment to all elected government officials dito sa probinsya. And that would be the basis for the PNP to upgrade or downgrade yung kanilang mga security package. Saka doon sa pagbigay ng mga security coverage sa kanilang engagement areas. We want them to do their normal routine. So what we can do is to strengthen yung kanilang security coverage para magampanan pa rin ng ating mga governor and mayors yung kanilang obligation sa kanilang mga constituents.
Okay, pero sana meron din ano po, on the provincial side. Sir, mabalik lang po ko dito sa victim. Ano po ba klase siyang comentarista po ba ito? O sabi niyo po kasi kanina, it might be related also to his job.
It's one of the motive na tinitignan natin. No? But based on our investigation, hindi naman siya yung hard-hitting newscaster or broadcaster. So ang platform ng kanyang program is more on public service, more on advertisements ng businesses. So yun yung mga clients niya. So in fact, during the shooting incident, ang ginagawa niya is more on greetings pa lang siya. Nasa greetings pa lang siya. So as we coordinate with the family, wala naman siyang mga critical issues or sensitive issues na tinatakal in his radio program.
Okay, sir. Tungkol po sa roadside bombing sa Clarin, i-consider po ba yung, kasi yung ginamit is cellphone, detonated bomb, na i-consider po ba yung cellphone na during that time sa pagputok ng isa improvised explosive device?
Yes, base doon sa report ng ating Provincial Explosives Unit, the IED used was triggered by a cell phone. So we are now enlisting the assistance of our technical people sa PNP to help us identify yung cellphone numbers or some technical aspect ng IED that would give us more leads doon sa incident.
Okay, so hanggang ngayon, hindi pa ma-determine ilan ang cellphone na tumawag during that time?
Hindi pa.
Okay, sir. Ilang tama ni Terry Walker, sir, then anong baril ang ginagamit sa baril niya?
Isa lang yung tumama sa kanya dito sa baba ng bibig. Nag-exit dito sa likod ng kanyang ulo. At base sa SOCO report, ang ginamit na baril is caliber 45.
Sir, once again, dahil sa isang kasyan sa Ozamis News Channel, balik mo kay Gold na kung sa clearing ng bombing. So, masaya natin tao na wala pa kita yung update na klaro na mahatag sa public kung sa'y motibo, pinsan ng suspects behind that incident.
What we can say is doon sa statements ng ating mga PNP personnel na naka-duty during the bombing incidents is that nireveal na nila yung number of people na nandun, suspicious persons, and the vehicles of interest. So yun yung tinututukan ng ating mga investigators. It's really a challenge because the IED was put in a place where there's no street lights, no CCTV footages nearby, so it's becoming a challenge really to our investigators.
Okay, sir. Sa pagparin ng ating kami kasama na radio broadcaster, ano po ba yung sa kapulisan para maprotektahan ang sektor ng media? Kasi mga dalawang cases na ito yung kay doon kay si Lansada at saka ngayon si Johnny Walker na tatlo ba? So, paano yung maprotektahan yung sektor ng media?
As to the protection of media practitioners, the PNP can only do so much, no? Pero meron din kayong personal responsibility when it comes to your security, diba? So you also have to be discerning doon sa mga kino-cover ninyo, doon sa mga issues na tinatake nyo during your program. Aware din kayo doon sa security threats sa inyo, tapos nire-report ninyo kaagad doon sa nearest police station so that the police stations could be made aware na merong threats sa inyo. And from there, that would be their basis to provide you the necessary security protection as you perform your job as broadcasters.
Sir, yung sa ibang probinsya, may nadinig po na yung mga media pwede na sila magdala ng legal na armas. Magkapay lang sila.
Yes, as an ordinary, just like an ordinary citizen, i-comply mo lang yung requirements, then I think you can be qualified to have a firearm.
Commissioner, yung hindi pa naka-ask ng question.
Sir, tawag pa ba ng isolated cases ng itong pangyayari ito? Kasama na yung unang mga pinagyan. Kasi nung una natin sabi mo, isolated cases lang yung mga nangyayari ng isolated. Sa ngayon, isolated cases pa lang yung tanong.
Yes, we still consider it as an isolated case. It is not interrelated. It is not systematic. So, it is more of a random attacks to individuals and it is really difficult to predict. But it does not reflect the overall peace and order situation in the province. In my daily reports with our governor, in my daily reports with our mayors, every day I praise them about the peace and order situation sa probinsya, and we can say that the province is still peaceful.
So far, sir, meron bang mga media personnel dito sa Ozamis Occidental na nag-approach ka sa PNP at nagsabing may death threat na sila?
None that I know of. Wala pa kami reports from specific major personnel na meron siyang threat.
So, manurot ko sir, babalik lang ako kay Johnny. Before nagyari, wala bang locker or report si Johnny na may death threat siya sa station mismo ng Calamba?
Sa records ng Calamba Police Station, wala siyang report. Wala kaming threat information na na-receive for a specific media practitioner.
Si Johnny ba sir, hindi ba siya na-involve sa mga operations na naging witness ba siya sa mga operations ng Calamba Municipal Police Station? May posibilidad ba posibleng another angulo sa nasabing incident?
In our talks with the family, in our talks with our chief of police, he was never invited as a witness sa police operations.
Val Cabrera sa Television Television. Ang probinsya ng mga pag-aaral namin sa nagawang ng Governor Henry Romanal, kaligamit na asenso ang probinsya, especially sa tourism aspect. Kaligamit sila na invite mga investors sa pangitabo karon gikan sa iyang katong bombing incident sa Clarin, paglapay o grenade ito sa balay sa Mayors Calamba, and then yung incident karon unsay assurance niyo sa PNP bawas sa pagpalitan sa provincial government na ma-assure na ito ang mga investors na linaw ang probinsya sa Misamis Occidental.
Yes, as I've said, it does not reflect the overall peace and order situation sa province. No? These incidents, we consider it as isolated, hindi siya connected, hindi siya systematic. There is no systematic attacks against our political leaders. These are random incidents, no? Specific, more on personal issue. So there is no threat information that there are groups who would want to sow terror sa general population. So we can still consider this as an isolated case.
Presidential Task Force on Media Security under the Office of the President hugot ng panawagan sa pag-create sa SITG, and then mani ang resulta karon nila.
Yes.
Good morning, sir. Lori Mira of INC. So, you mentioned, sir, that it's more on personal matters. So, I would just like to ask, do you mean to say that do you really have to evacuate that angle, that there is more on political issue and might be a drug-related issue?
What case are you referring to?
This motive, sir. This motive of the...
this recent case, yes. Although we do not consider we do not rule out that is work related, no? Related yun sa pagiging broadcaster niya, but we are more leaning on the personal motive.
So, itatanong ko, hindi ba ito tumakbo sa barangay election si wala siya involvement?
Wala.
Pero yung pamilya niya?
We learned na yung isang anak niya is tumakbo as SK chairman. But he lost during the election.
Wala na po ba yung ibang practitioner naman?
Sir, you mentioned random lang yung visa, paano mo ma-explain nyo lahat ng tinatarget papapido ng gobernador natin?
Random in the sense na specific kasi yung persons that is being targeted, no? Being attacked. And in the case of the governor, imagine 14 sila doon sa convoy. So, hindi pa tapos yung investigation. We cannot really rule out kung siya ba or one of the 14 members of the convoy ang target. So it's still being considered by the investigation. Everything will be concluded by the investigation. Kung sino ba talaga doon sa members of the convoy are the real target.
Okay, sir. Questions?
Okay, patuloy sir. Patuloy sir. Sir, katong balong sa karon sa pagkakay o kanaka sa residence sa mayor sa Calamba. It is political motive o personal?
Ang tingin natin dyan is personal and political. Yun yung kinukonsider natin na motive as of now.
Isa na lang sa akin. Sir, yung mukha ng one of the suspect, galing po ba yan sa kuha ng CCTV?
CCTV plus complemented by the accounts of the witnesses na nandun sa compound. So, combination ng CCTV footage and the accounts of the witnesses.
So, may posibilidad na yan na suspect. Posibleng hindi galing dito sa probinsya natin. Baka higher lang po yan. Kasi hanggang ngayon, hindi pa yung na-identify yung name, yung other personal circumstances sa suspect.
We cannot conclude as of now because the investigation is ongoing.
Sir, kapalo ko lang, sir. May akulo po ba tayo kay Johnny Walker sa nag-triangle na natutukan natin? May posibilidad po ba?
So, as of now, hindi pa natin, everything is being considered, no? Doon sa kanyang personal na buhay at saka sa kanyang trabaho. Everything is being considered, all aspects, all angles is being considered by the Special Investigation Task Force.
May time frame po ba tayo? Kailan natin manusulba matapos yung investigation?
As I've said, it would be difficult to put a time frame, but the PNP wants it solved as soon as possible.
Kung sa IPG, ano po nag-involve yun ng mga agency? CIDG, PNP?
CIDG, yung ating forensic unit, police intelligence unit of the PPO, the Calamba Police Station, and group of investigators dedicated for this case only.
Kung may bago pong update, pwede po ba kayo mag-i-update sa media, mismo sa media?
Yes, sir, we will assure the media and the public that we will be open for any progress of this investigation.
One last question, sir.
Thank you. Department of Public Speed, other media personalities na magkakamutangan.
Last two questions, sir.
Nag update sa about sa sniping incident sa Tambog. Basta naka-update sa kay-update ba ang CIDG?
The case is already at the hands of the criminal investigation and direction group, and as I know, they also have an update for progress doon sa kanilang investigation, and definitely in due time they will also release it to the public.
Side by side, last. I net 25, sir. Then last part na ito.
Gaya lang nasabi nila siya na personal yung pagka-patay kay Johnny Walker. Wala ko pang sumagot man lang sa isip nila mayroong malaking tao sa likod ng pagpatay kay Johnny Walker.
Gaya po ng nasabi ko, lahat ng anggulo ay tinitingnan natin, lahat ng motibo ay tinitingnan natin. So, yun ay makukonklud sa ating pag-iimbestiga. Kung meron pang ibang motibo, meron pang ibang tao sa likod sa kanyang pagpatay.
Yes, partner review, sir. Okay na, sir. Is it, sir? Last question, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Partner review. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yung the one yung... Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning. Sir, naman tayo initial na suspect na itong tutukan karon. Kumusta man, sir, ang tinatong tutukan karon mas dali pa ang sa PNP pagtulpad sa sanpit na pagpusil ni Johnny Walker?
Yes, because of the presence of the witnesses based on their accounts, base doon sa mga available CCTV footage na nakuha natin, we consider it as a breakthrough sa pagkandak ng investigation. And we are positive that the case would be solved in due time.
Okay, dito.
Sir, last question, sir. Yes.
Good morning. Si Lieutenant Pagurati sa 97.7. Okay. Ito sa siguro po makakagawa kayo sa program kayo ang isang manager sa 97.7.
Sir, good pardon, sir.
Wala
thank you, sir.
May manager na. Ako na lang, ang tanong lang kung anong nag-insidente sa Kalamba na Itabo. Wala ko may nakita ang unsay na sa area ang nakita ang mga insidente na nagsunod-sunod ng Itabo. Kalamba. Yes.
As of now, we don't see it, sabi ko nga, we don't see it as connected. We don't see it as connected and systematic sa Kalamba. We consider it as isolated case. In fact, of the 3 cases sa Kalamba na solved na nato, we consider it as solved because we are about to file a case sa gunman. It has been identified by the victim and witnesses. So we can now focus on 2 other cases and makita naman natin yung progress with the latest one.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Since may mga CCTV footages tayo, sir, na lumabas, gusto lang as beauty personality, gusto lang namin makita ano yung pinakamalapit na anggulo na posibleng dahil sa shooting incident na nangyari kay Sir Johnny Walker.
Yes, yun nga, ang sabi ko is we don't discount the possibility na work-related, but we are more leaning on the personal motive based on the accounts of the witnesses, even the immediate family of the victim.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Any statement, sir, before we end?
Yes, we are now showing this composite sketch of one of the suspects sa killing the broadcaster Juan Tiumalon, alias Johnny Walker. So we would like to solicit the support of our friends from the media and from the community at large to please help support your Philippine National Police, especially the Special Investigation Task Group. Kung meron kayong mga information na makakatulong sa pag-solve ng kaso, it would be very much appreciated by the PNP. Thank you very much.